Today is Thursday,
Oh.
what is it? The 14th of November. It is 7:08. Pledge of allegiance. Where are we? Right behind us. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You are minutes.
Just the pay, just stick pay in there. Oh, I must have deleted a little more than I planned to, sorry.
I read it on my computer.
No, I mean, I gave you.
Oh, I put it over there.
I could like either one of these.
I think everyone looks good. Does anybody see anything?
Yeah, you did. Just the,
One little word.
yeah, under discussions, number 5, the new hay stack, instead of just the new stack.
Right.
Opposed to smokestack.
Right.
We want to make a motion to accept the changes in the minutes.
I move that we accept the minutes of the Thursday, October 10th meeting as amended.
Awesome.
I'll second it.
All
Who?
in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay. Vaughn, you're up.
Oh. You're right. Treasurer's report. I almost had an interesting thing to talk to you about tonight.
Almost?
Almost. Well, I hadn't received my status on the gift of the special fund, right, with 30, how much is it? 3456.67. And I got a hold of Tom Hall, and they said, "Oh, I think they've transferred that over to the general fund this year." I thought, oh, this will be interesting. This will be an interesting meeting. Channing finds out that we've lost $3,400.
Why would they do that?
Well, every year I have to ask to have it transferred,
Oh.
or somebody gets an email saying, "Don't forget to transfer it." I don't get it, but usually the word gets to me,
Gotcha.
and I didn't do that this year, and it hadn't been set up, so it was sitting over there. The person that I was speaking with was relatively new and said, "Oh, they just put that in the general fund, I guess, this year. You're not going to get it back." Anyway, I got a call later. So it's,
All right.
and I did get the report on that, and it's okay. I said, well, I guess Channing will have to give you guys a call, because I'm not going to handle this one. Anyway, so nothing's changed from last time. But I don't think I had a report to give everybody last time. But, so we got $2,000 this year instead of $1,800, with the commitments for the commitments for the porta potty by the school, and some expenses from doing the windows. We are left with $797.18 right now. And I did call them, so the porta potty is supposed to be removed. So we're not paying for it anymore. They just haven't picked it up yet, in case anybody's wondering why it's still out there. I waited 1 week, and when none of the schools came over and did sports out there, I called them. So it'll be hauled away. So we're not paying for it anymore. Gifts and donations hasn't changed. Special gift fund, nothing's changed in there. Good news is we still have it. So as we stand right now with commitments, we've got about $6,811 left in our accounts, and the book says, as the town knows it, we have $7,861.50 because they don't track our commitments. And that's the report.
Make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
I move that we accept the treasurer's report as written.
Second,
All right, everyone? Yes.
Aye.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, website report for me, nothing too much has changed.
It looks really nice. I
thank
haven't
you.
been on it in a while. It's
I'm,
loaded.
I wanted to keep adding more, but I'm waiting for, the IT guy to kind of
Yeah.
move forward, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's much better than it was. I feel like it's much easier to see things, and hopefully people can navigate it easily, and it's not too
We
hard.
found out that our school's not on the Massachusetts one-room schoolhouse list.
Okay,
And so I've entered the information and stuff, and I'm gonna send them pictures and all
Okay,
kinds of
awesome.
stuff. But one of the things they want is when you're registering it, is the website.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very proud to give them our website because I had just gotten off of it. Yeah.
no, I mean, that's kind of stuff we'll definitely want to link up to when that's finally on there. We can stick that on there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Anyway, just saying that.
awesome. So correspondence, Jan.
Not too much this week, thank goodness. Eva has gotten back to the
Cultural,
Cultural Council and through Ryan Kelly on their discussion about the sign that's right near the haystacks.
Right.
On Route 1. So she's given them the information
what a good
to contact the folks, the Essex County Sportsmen, as much as we have her information. So that's all we can do as far as that goes. It's, there's not much more we can.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they should have that information now. Thank you, Eva. Somebody else has sent in a request for genealogy information. Just got that.
Does any any of those names pop out?
They don't.
Well, the fact that it's a night, it just,
Yeah.
but, I mean,
And one of them was, who was he? He was a tax collector, but I still don't remember his name.
Yeah. See, like that's the thing. I was like, maybe that could be the only thread to kind of go
And
under,
it's an
but
unusual name.
that would stand out.
I would, yeah. Especially 1722, because I'm really kind of familiar with that. And how are we supposed to prove it? I would think they would have looked on our vital records. And hello, it's right on the website, the vital records, so,
I will have to try to deal with it, I guess.
Just wouldn't even know where else to look.
no, and they're in Boston. And hopefully it's Newbury, Mass, because it could be Newbury, Maine, or New
Connecticut or
Hampshire.
whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
I guess that's a
honestly.
good point, right?
Yeah, because, I've even stumbled upon stuff and found out who were in the wrong town.
Well,
So,
it does say he was a tax collector from
In-
Newbury, Massachusetts.
Oh, it
So
does
I'm
say?
assuming that they knew that, but.
right,
um,
does it say? I did read where it said, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I will get,
I don't know if
it
it'd be-
just came in this afternoon at 4 o'clock, so I didn't have time to really even think too hard about it.
I will look. I'll look on the vital records and see if I see anything, but I would imagine they have already looked. And I don't have vital records, well, I look them up, Boston. So I didn't.
Let me know.
Okay, I will. I'll see if I can find anything.
Okay.
I guess I'm texting
And
a follow
then-
the agenda, and I want something else on.
We had talked about Coleman Road, and
Mhm.
Channing had asked if everything was done there at our last meeting, and I checked with Chrissy, the Inspectional Services admin, and she said that, she sent me an email, because I asked her to, that all the permits under 50 Coleman Road have been inspected and closed out, and as far as she knows, let's see on the permit link, there isn't anything left
Right.
to do with that development, it's done. So if we want to move forward with looking at changing the posts
Mhm.
to something else, I guess
So-
we can.
I think everybody's seen that. I got some pictures of the posts if you want to.
Right, and just
So-
classic 4x4.
Yeah.
Post.
Yeah.
With a little,
Yeah.
little thing you carved into a little collar.
Little
little
notch.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
The little square behind it, is that part of that, our
I don't know.
jurisdiction?
I'm
You know,
not
it's
sure.
all framed
I
in.
know. Yeah,
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
it
You know-
is, you can see it right here. With-
Yeah, the way
that's
that's framed in, because,
It's like,
you know, that stone's been
I think-
moved
I think
once,
no.
and it would be nice to get it
No.
off the road.
Like the
Move it
houses
back
used
in
to
that
have those
square.
things,
well,
the
I
metal
don't
ones
think
that
I
were
want
raised
to
know about
back
the-
there,
touching
so you
it
wouldn't
But
have
they
personally,
all
have
that.
moved it,
Well-
I mean, it was
I'm
at the
sure
dump
it's not-
Green and
farm.
black.
Right, it's not
And
its
it kind of
original
faded
location.
away.
No.
Well, I looked into granite.
I'm sure that's like
Oh,
at least
that's a-
$1,000 a piece,
Well,
right?
they actually go from $375 to $1,300. And that's for a 6-inch by 6-inch by 7-foot
How
granite
does that
post.
plow didn't hit it? It's
That's-
so close to the road.
Well, that's the thought
well,
process.
that's why they
like,
put
let's
those
really-
there for the
yeah.
first place.
Yeah,
just to
because
make
I
sure.
think any way that we tried to dress up steel bollards, they would look bad, you know?
Yeah.
And really, the thing that's gonna stop a plow is steel and concrete bollard, but I don't, for one thing, it doesn't look historically
Right.
correct. And for another thing, it just, there's no way to fix that. So I think our next best bet as far as the strength of the thing and the protection of the stone is to go with the granite. Right in the middle of all the numbers was Svensson right down here on Route 1 in Raleigh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Okay.
where I get all
And
my
they, and
marble.
it's $495
It's not
per
bad.
post.
It's $1,000 basically.
And that's not installed, but
Can the town
I
guys
can
do
install
that?
them, the town guys
Yeah.
can install them.
Yeah.
It's not like we
Put it
need to
down
have
3 feet.
somebody
Yeah.
at least,
So
yeah.
post hole diggers.
36 inches down, you're still gonna have 48 inches
Mhm.
above the ground, you know,
We'd
and,
have to remove the
So
wood ones
close.
first, right?
yeah. And actually, you'd use those same holes,
Holes, yeah.
Right,
That's a
because somebody already pulled the rocks out of there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the hard part around it.
So I can reach out to James and
To
see
see
if
if they
that's
can help.
something they would be able to take on.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are
Well,
savage, they should be able to handle that.
Well, they're
The question
savage,
is,
but they got a
where's the money
bunch
gonna
of stuff
come
going on right now. There's a whole lot of
When
work.
the roads closed and all the different things
Yeah.
Where
like
was
that,
it
yeah.
before?
I took a walk down Orchard Street to see what they were up
Yeah.
to down there and
What
talked
is
to the
going
foreman.
on?
170?
Right where, you know where the entrance to the Martin Burns Wildlife Refuge
Yeah.
is? They got a big brown sign there. It's right there, and there's a culvert there that collapsed.
Oh, okay.
So they're rebuilding the culvert, and he's not even sure it's gonna be drivable, you know, before the first of the year.
That's not the one where there's water on both sides
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and it's tidal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's, okay, that's
When I was
maybe,
there,
that's
there wasn't
maybe
much
100 yards, where are we? This way of the entrance into the.
Into the wildlife refuge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right, okay, yeah.
yep. But,
But you
Oh,
can,
that's
you can still get
It's
into
a
the
big
William
job.
Burns, but you'd have to
Yeah.
come from,
Other side, I think, right?
no, you could still get in from the Central Street side.
you can?
Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, but you can't go up middle and get in there,
you
right?
can't go up Middle and get there. because it's
Okay.
If you're coming from
It's-
Central Street, it's before Middle Road, Middle Road. I was getting Middle Road and Middle Street, Newburyport next time. so.
There are lots of similarities like that. Yeah, that, and my daughter was wondering if they were gonna be fixing on the bridge by us that like nobody drives on because it's all been shut off.
Plummer Hill?
No, no.
Plummer Spring, rather?
What is that? Is it river or is it forest right there technically where the bridge is? By me, there's a road that's cut off and it's been shut off for like 2 years now, I feel like.
Oh,
No one's driving
yeah.
it. And Karen, my daughter, was walking, she's like, there's somebody doing like surveying or something. I'm like, ooh, maybe they're gonna fix that bridge finally. Because no one's been able to drive down there for a while.
They're supposed to be fixing the Plummer Spring Bridge.
Hmm.
And did you see the estimates that came in for that?
Mhm.
$3 million.
Seriously?
The thing isn't 10 feet long.
Okay, let's not get into
All
a
right,
whole
so,
bunch
yep,
of,
not to get
Lots
off
of-
in the weeds.
lots
But
of
anyway,
bridges.
I will reach out to James and see how he feels about, and if it doesn't get done until spring because they're busy, that's okay, as long as we got
Yeah.
the idea in his
I mean, we
head.
need to be able to dig and do it all this stuff.
well, we're gonna,
It's
and
cold
you're gonna have to have
frozen.
funds.
Right,
Where's the money coming from?
right.
It's not in anybody's budget probably right now for that.
And, yeah, that would that be like us doing like special funds and things like that, or no?
I don't think so. The town owns it, we're in charge of making sure that,
Is that how it works?
'Cause
The
they had
town
to get-
technically owns it? Okay.
well, we only sort of are in charge of it because it's the father's, the
Right.
Winchester.
If you recall, when we signed all that paperwork, it referred to the new owner as the town of Newbury.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah, I couldn't really remember. It's not like we're the only ones.
It's
no,
not like that's
but
right.
we are the town of Newbury.
Right.
So to speak.
To some people.
Okay.
Okay, well, we appreciate that, thank you, Rich. That's good. Ethan has taken care of that, the PW schoolhouse updates, I sent an email, but I have not heard back.
And the last I heard was the email from James that I sent around, that I forwarded to everybody, that the job was out to bids.
Yeah.
That's all I know. As far as the work on the outside, the frames and the sills, that's all done.
Okay, cool.
So
Fabulous.
that should be good for another 10, 12 years or so.
Good job.
Thank
Yeah, it
you.
really looks nice. You can see it to believe it. It's that they were so cracked, so rotted out.
And I did mention to Alicia Greco that we really need to paint the whole building.
Yeah.
Probably won't get done till spring. We should be okay till spring. We had a couple of rotted clapboards that I replaced, but we should be okay till spring with the painting of the building. But she said, you got to make sure you get it in the budget. I'm like, the budget? Our budget? Your budget? I mean,
It's
you know,
not
and
our
what's
budget.
what's the process of getting something on the budget? Do you have to go to the select board meeting and
Probably, right?
ask them
I
for
don't
money to
know,
do that?
unless you should, maybe, who's gonna do it? I would assume DPW is gonna
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
They've been touching it up, so maybe you want to reach out to James and ask
Yeah,
him if
Yeah. I
if
can-
it
I
goes
can-
on his budget, or, you know,
When
should
you
we request
submit
it
or
so that,
whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing is I've been looking into the requirements for ADA ramps.
Back.
Because
Mhm.
I can pretty easily knock out a ramp depending on what the requirements are.
Right, what the
Yeah,
requirements.
you need a kick panel on both sides, you
Mhm.
need at least 42 inches to turn a wheelchair.
I mean,
Right, and that
technically,
grade.
we
And
do
then
not
there's
need
The
it
the grade.
Very,
by law,
Technically, we
because
don't
it's
need
a
it by
historic
law,
building.
but we should have it.
just saying, you
Yeah,
know.
That's why I didn't give that woman a hard time, and well, I kind of did, when they drove onto the green, turned around and parked right outside the schoolhouse. I'm like, what are you doing? Drive around the green. Get off the green. Oh, well, I can't walk.
so she drove right up to the door?
The husband did, yeah, and let her out. She could barely get in, and I just helped her in because I knew there wasn't a better way to get her in,
Damn, no.
but drove right up to the
but you
door.
know,
What are you
if we
doing?
had a ramp, then we don't have to worry about somebody making a complaint.
No, of
Exactly.
course, yeah, no, of course.
Try like heck to contain it in the width of the building.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
So that it's not a going up at a platform
You know,
and
like-
turning.
No, I'm
Because it's gonna
hoping.
make
Did
a
you see
big
the portables?
difference.
Have you seen the portable ramps?
No.
They're metal.
Yeah.
They fold right up.
That's
Yeah.
worse.
There was a pair at the Museum of Old Newbury.
Yeah.
Like, they kept just out downstairs under the...
Huh,
I wonder if it's something that we could take and try it, see how it,
Sure.
if something like that fit.
Oh,
and-
you mean like they
and-
have one in storage?
They
you can just
have
borrow
one,
for it?
yeah.
you wanna reach out to
Yeah.
Bethany and see if,
Yeah, and just ask, and then if that would work, it might be better. I mean, if somebody
Could be.
needed it, just open up the back door and throw it out there.
yep.
But where would you store it?
No,
Depends
room
on,
in the schoolhouse.
depends on how big it is.
They're not very big, because they were
Doesn't
still...
matter, there's
There
still
was-
no
there
room
was
in the schoolhouse.
store-
Where would you
yeah,
put
there
it?
was
You're gonna hang it
storage.
from the ceiling?
If
But
the-
a permanent ramp in the back, just the width of the school.
Yeah, right, if the
4
pitch would
feet
allow me
wide,
to
it's
keep
not
it within
gonna
the footprint,
detract.
the in
Yeah,
terms of the width.
pitch.
It's gotta be like
Yeah.
at least 12
Pitch.
feet long, probably.
I mean, the the ramp, not ramp, that's not the word I want.
The
little
platform that's there.
platform that's out there
Mhm.
is a nice sized,
Right, and that's over, I measured that, that's over,
So
it's
we need a-
49 or 50 inches.
It's wide, but it's
Yeah.
not deep enough.
So that would have to be a minimum of 42 by 42
Yeah.
for the turn of the wheel
We'd
tree.
have to get rid of like the plants that are along that edge there
Yeah,
and all
daylilies
that
and
stuff.
stuff, we
Yeah.
don't,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
don't, nothing,
that's,
yeah.
it's easy.
But again,
And move them,
as
slide
Lon
them on this
says,
side of it to hide it a little
right,
bit.
right,
Yeah.
and like Lon says,
That
if we
would
can
look
keep
bad.
it within the width of the building,
Right,
based
it
on the
wouldn't.
pitch, it wouldn't be that
It
bad.
would, it wouldn't.
And then we wouldn't have to worry about taking it out or anything else,
Exactly.
or somebody looking for an axe to
Or
grind
if
when the
it's a
town
shitty-
can't ride by and say, you have no ramp.
Yeah, or like the
Yeah.
weather's crappy and you're like digging it out, trying to put it out, it's already out there.
Yeah.
There's aspects of
Right.
that that makes it easier.
And
That would be
if
better.
it's
Well, it becomes
portable
part
and
of
it's
the
left
building,
out
and
there,
then I'd
then
like you to
Right.
move the
it
flower
could be
bed.
portably,
The other side
yeah,
of it, and that'll
moved
kind of.
away
hide
by
it.
somebody
You never know
else.
nowadays, people
That's
take
where the
weird
outhouse
things.
was anyway, right?
Yeah, well,
Alright.
that's where
So,
the privy was.
I'm gonna
on
continue
that
to
side.
look into that, I certainly won't get to that before the snow flies, so
Yeah.
that'll be a
Well, we don't
springtime
need it until
job.
the spring anyway,
Right.
so it
Well,
should be good.
on the building itself, definitely, they need to get the roof on and the windows done
Right,
before we paint it.
yeah,
Right, otherwise there'd be ladders up against it, and,
yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Because you were saying
Do
spring
we
probably
think that
for
we're gonna
painting.
have the roof done next year? Is that for sure?
I was hoping we'd have the roof done this year, but
Yeah, but like, is that considered, because we already have the money approved and things like that, you think it'll happen next
They
year?
can do it, they can do that in the winter. Put a
Yes,
roof
I mean,
on.
I have no idea, I guess, I don't like doing anything outside the winter. That's just
Yeah.
me. I wouldn't want to get a roof, but,
Or maybe the plastic's too stiff.
I don't know. I'm just excited to get it done, I guess is my thought process.
Where are we?
Is it- I think, are we done with correspondence?
No.
Okay.
We didn't do the lower historic.
No, I know, I skipped you by accident, but we'll go to you next.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Actually, I have something to say.
Good. I'm excited. It's a nice teaser.
Oh. There is a meeting to discuss the Bulgaris field, which is where they've been trying to put a building complex up off, where, you know, the Bulgaris field is where the first apple trees were placed.
170 Orchard.
170 Orchard, and thank you, and it's coming to a vote that they're going to subdivide the property, and they wanted us to, they being, I guess, the select board, wanted us to sign in on it, or
Change it from agricultural to residential or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Take it out of the 61A.
yeah, so, I'm assuming that none of us would be too excited about losing that area, but we really don't have,
There's nothing on it still,
there's
right?
nothing we can do to
No,
stop
we
it.
never found anything about the apples too. I don't think we ever found anything concrete about the apples.
Well,
Trees.
so it's,
Are there still apple
it's
trees up
coming
there?
up for a vote
Channing seems to think
in,
that it's the
on
beginning
the
of.
26th of November. So if anybody wants to go to the select board meeting, then they're perfectly willing to go and speak for whatever they want to speak to, but the group has to say, we have no comment, I guess.
Yeah,
We don't have any
no-
comment on it, we don't have any iron in that
No
fire.
reason to
so-
contest it,
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
that'll take care of the last piece, I think, in these things like keep coming in at the last minute, so they didn't make it everywhere. And I believe that is all that we have as far as correspondence. I don't think if something else pops up, I'll call her out, but I don't know. So we'll say we're done with that. So our comment is really what, no comment.
No reason to contest.
we don't have a dog in this fight.
No. If there's an apple tree and you want to graft it for me, I'll take a slice.
Okay, so I guess that takes
The
care
apple
of
project.
that. Lon, do you want to go with this,
Yeah, no,
taking
yeah,
over for you,
no,
I'm so
please,
sorry.
quite all right.
You wanna
Lon, do you
start
want
your-
to update us on the Lower
Okay.
Lagoon Study Committee,
Like I
please?
said, so this, just pass this around, I'll hold it up. So we made like postcards that we were gonna mail out, and we got it all designed and all ready to do all that. We had an $800 budget that Tracy said we could spend.
Okay.
And we'd been talking to the post office, and when we went to the printer, they said, oh no, we do all that. The post office doesn't do anything. We just,
They send them
we
in.
bring it all over. Anyway, and the $800 was the, basically the printing, not the printing cost, but the postage.
Okay.
Anyway, so a short story long,
Is it what more
it
expensive?
was twice as expensive.
Yeah.
And
Not
so,
shocking.
so we've got it designed, so we put it on, we put the top over the bottom, and we put a little survey that we're doing for people, and we're gonna hand these out at the meeting.
Gotcha.
So I'll pass that around. And so we're having a meeting, the meetings are next week, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. The library on the 19th, Newbury, here on the 20th, and 21st at Plum Island, PETA, the
Okay.
Plum Island building.
Awesome.
And we did we wrote a little article for the newspaper, it was in the newspaper today, basically saying that we've got our meetings.
Yep.
And then we got a hold of all of the town's email addresses and stuff, and did a blast, and we sent out basically what you got on the front there, the colored thing with the QR code, and if you want to take the survey, you just click on that, go in, take the survey, hit send, and then we're hoping to have a bunch of people, we could give preliminary results at the meeting saying, you know, we got 60 responses to the questionnaire, and here's how they're falling and stuff
Are
like
you
that.
posting any of that stuff on like Facebook and stuff?
I don't know how to do Facebook.
You could, I mean, if you wanted to send me that, I could probably get it at least to like on some of the local pages, so like people.
Kind people.
Yeah, kind
I'll-
people of
I'll send
Newbury,
that to you.
kind
Okay.
people in Newbury,
Yes.
things like that, just because people are on their phone and
Yeah.
it'll be a lot easier sometimes for people to just be like, oh, click, click, click
And
and do
I'll
it.
pass this, in fact, I think I have extra copies of this. This is what Jan's been after me for a while.
Yeah, the actual map.
That's the map as it stands now.
Yep.
The property down on the water, that's yellow.
Yep.
Okay, here it is.
That's the guy that's redoing that property, right?
That's not,
Lawrence?
that's a nice property. On the waterfront, that yellow.
Boston's,
We still would like to include that, but we haven't been able to get a hold of him to ask. Everybody else in the green there has said yes,
Excellent.
and we have a great letter from the trustees
Picture of a
saying they'd
house
love
on
to
that
do it.
piece.
Yeah.
The trustees, I think this is great. It's about time somebody did something about this, and
Yeah.
so we got great support from them.
Good.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, starting at 7 o'clock, we'll be in these various places. I don't know if you want to go to the Plum Island one, Jan. It's not too far away.
Shake some people
Or maybe, you don't need to, you know what we're doing.
So what is it, the 16th?
No, 19th,
19th.
20th, and 21st. The 19th
19th
is the library,
Yeah.
and
What time?
this is the 20th,
What time?
7 o'clock, for all 7. 7 to 8, or whatever.
It's right here, Rich.
Yep.
Thanksgiving's in 2 weeks. Oh, crap.
Then I've
My
got more,
group
I've
is
got
small
more of
this year. I
these
only have
too.
12.
Look, that's amazing.
I've got, here's some extras.
Extras?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that attached?
Anyway,
It's
so,
all the same in the schedule.
yeah, so, and we're gonna, that's our input on
Do you want
that,
this?
and then,
Thank you.
if you read the little article in the newspaper, it basically will bring you up to speed of where we are.
Sweet.
Yeah. So it's coming along. We're just shy of the first draft right now for the report.
Excellent.
That's it.
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
Unless you have questions.
No?
I'm pretty pleased with all this. Greenbelt's
Yeah.
on
There's a lot
board.
of space.
Trustees is on board.
Yep.
We got all the houses along this side here involved in it.
And where are we at with getting the schoolhouse on the
Macris.
Macris?
And Macris, that's, I'm doing a thing for the Lower Sauk District.
Yeah.
And I said, I've got a Macris formed, so I'm just gonna fill it out. Yeah, I just haven't finished it yet.
There is one filled out,
There's a draft of one.
draft,
Yeah,
right.
I've got it. I've got a copy of that.
Got it, all right, because I think I have it with me.
I had it, I found it somewhere, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
It was in the libraries,
But
in
it
the
was
file
never,
cabinets,
it
I
was
think.
never actually filed, and it was Patty, was it? I don't think she's even alive anymore, that was in charge of it, according to Liz.
It's two.
Two of them.
Armstrong.
One of them is the wood for the steps, and the other one is the paint.
So looking through here, we've done a lot of this field trip, the NES PTA. Somebody,
Yeah, Newbury Elementary.
Jan had a meeting with them, yeah.
I did.
oh, I'm excited, do they want to come and visit?
Yeah.
Good.
I talked to her last year about it. And I was there, the principal came in and had Remy there, dressed up like a little old, like a little girl from the 1800s.
Awesome.
Oh my God, she was so cute.
They want to have, she wanted to know if they're going to talk about it, the PTA, and they're wondering if they can, because I said, it's not that big. I don't know how,
How many kids you planning on
Yeah.
bringing?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can bring what's a classroom now to what it was a classroom then. They were small.
Yeah, well, a grade of like 100 kids now, it's not.
Yeah, so
30.
they're gonna talk about it, and I counted the desks, and they're gonna, the question she had for me was if we would be able to have like more than one session down there, like. so
Oh, like if they brought like busloads like every hour or something or
Well,
whatever.
they're talking about like maybe 3 different dates.
Oh, I get you.
So they're going to talk about that stuff. They're going to try to figure out how many people would be going, how many, how they're going to get there. I don't know how they're going to get them all there.
What school?
They do the
When I
buses.
talked to
Newbury
the,
Oh, Newbury Elementary, the
Newbury,
Brown
yeah.
School.
when I talked to the
They
principal,
probably have more than one first grade too.
when she came in
Yeah.
to the schoolhouse, and I talked to her, she was thinking that they would be bussed in, and there would only be one classroom in the schoolhouse at a time, and there might be 2 other classrooms outside on the green exploring something else.
Yep.
Either the
They
green
could walk the
itself,
green, they could walk the
right,
green belt.
maybe the
route.
monument,
Yeah,
or-
it's like
or
they can do some
they'll
sort of
do
other
something.
lesson outside.
and they would rotate them through.
I like
The
that
three
idea.
stations,
Yeah.
and it would only be one day, one,
Yeah, one afternoon or one morning.
right.
I like that idea.
Hmm.
I'll hang out with the kids all
Now,
day.
I
if
told
you
her that
wanna
we
do
would
it.
I
try,
would
we would be as amenable as we can be,
Yeah.
depending on when they're doing it. I
And we're
mean,
still talking about spring, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, because I told her that, they weren't planning on it this fast.
Yeah,
anyway.
it would
They
be
were just
like
trying to
May or
feel
June,
us
at the
out.
very end of school.
So
That's-
she's
that's when
gonna-
a lot of my
she's gonna
kids
talk
do
to me
field
again,
trips
and
at the end of the
We
year.
exchanged
They
information,
run out
so
of
she can
curriculum.
get in touch with me.
Some
and-
days.
And I did give her, the principal, one of the coloring books,
Oh, yeah.
and she thought that was great. Can you have one
That's a
of
very
those with me,
popular
Patty?
item.
Yeah, I love giving
It really
it.
is.
And really, if they could use that as the whole curriculum for that day.
Sure. Yeah.
So I did give her one anyway, so she took it. And my granddaughter was there with me that day. She walked in and was like, Remy, what are you doing here? And Remy gave her a tour, and yeah, so she knows the kids will like it, because Remy sure enjoyed it. She liked those erasers, clapping those erasers.
Yeah.
They could, I wouldn't, they could walk down to Evergreen too and take them on a little bit of a tour.
True,
I'll go down and see the monument such as it is where the first settlers landed.
yeah.
Right,
That's
but
kind of a walk
That's a,
though.
that's a
the
haul.
Jackman Willett House
The
is
little
close
kids.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to go in, but
right.
it is, well, what was it, 1686?
Yeah.
So it's,
What about the burial ground?
yeah, the burial ground might be a
Burial
little
grounds
too
is on the
long.
highway, is what I
Yeah.
worry about.
Yeah, it might be, it's a little bit too far, but I'm sure between the monument
Yep.
and then maybe explore, they'll come up with something.
I mean, they could be playing out there.
Games.
Yeah, they could do
Right.
old fashioned
That
games.
whole big green.
Right.
They
They
can-
they could also, they could walk down to the boat launch area and look at that pond. If it's spring, it's gonna
Lobs.
be loaded with turtles
Lob
and
spots.
stuff,
It's lots of
You go
ideas for
fishing in
them.
there
a
still?
bunch of stuff.
I wonder if you can fish in there.
By the
Lob's
launch?
pond. Yeah, that pond that's behind.
That like green.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah,
that's-
it used to be good.
Well, it's
Yeah,
green this
there's
time
always
of
a
the year,
bird
but it wouldn't
there,
be in the
like-
spring.
Let's not
Like
go
an
too
egret or
far out
something
now.
fishing.
Love's pond.
Literally in the weeds.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
turtles and there's ducks and all kinds of
I don't
stuff.
know if I'd eat anything. Sure.
That was in my presentation the other day, at pond. Okay.
Okay, what else we got?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is that pond, it's this time of the year, see the
It
ducks.
looks good there.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody was asking me about freshwater fishing, ponds to fish in. You know,
Well, let's
I
see.
thought of that one, but I didn't know if they were still fishing in it.
No,
He actually was at
shouldn't
the
be,
schoolhouse asking me this.
shouldn't be too contaminated. but
Fish
it-
and all?
Not too much in Newbury.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pond by us, but I've never seen anybody fishing in it.
Then you have, Indian Hill Reservoir and you have the artichoke.
Yeah.
Right.
And all I ever got out of that was pickerel.
Really?
Yeah.
I know there's fish in those ponds down by me, but I don't know what else is in it.
Look at this,
The only
is-
Coming
other
off
thing
those
that,
fields, yeah.
look at the green this time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How about,
So-
yeah, Quill's Pond's down, Quill's Pond's so low.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So we done with are we done with fishing now?
Yes.
Bluegills.
The only other thing that's come up at all is, the Ferry House.
Yes,
I was,
the pumpkin house.
yeah,
Told
to
me.
wait, you know.
What are they doing? Mass Historic. They're having trouble with the elevations, I think, in that house.
I thought they weren't going to change the
Done
elevations.
it,
Huh?
I thought they
The
weren't going to
pumpkin
change the
house,
elevations.
they came before us here.
Yes.
Something
And
happened.
they're moving one of the barns back and
Right.
doing, so I've been doing the conservation commissions because they're on computer still. And they've been talking about that in particular. So I wanted to just make sure that we're all paying attention to what's going on there because they're taking up permits, but it says that they're tearing down, but they're really not
They're actually moving.
moving.
Yes.
They have to take it down to move it
Right.
to a degree, but they insured us, as I recall, that all the original materials are all gonna be replaced on
Yes.
it and all of that, so
Yep.
just be aware that it's
Yes.
starting to get moving down
They're
there.
they're adding
Okay.
a garage door, but it won't be visible from the street
Yeah,
because it's going to face the other way. It's going to face the side.
Well, they're doing a fake garage sliding door.
Yeah, a barn
Facing the
door,
road, so
yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like a barn door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only real change to the appearance is they're putting like a breezeway kind of thing between the two buildings.
Right.
yeah. I mean, because they were very specific when they came in to talk to us
Yep.
and appeared to be, from my point of view, very historically aware of the area and,
Yep.
and that, how important the house is. So I just want to let you know that it's moving along
Yeah,
and according to the Conservation Commission,
too slowly, close to that.
well, everything is too slow.
I know.
But better they should go through slowly and not mess it, make some big mistake that everybody's gonna have a nervous breakdown about on something that's as out there as that house
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody seems to, you say the Ferry House or the pumpkin house, they, oh, the one down by the river?
Yeah.
I mean, they know where it is, so it's very important that it stays where it is.
But I think that owner, cares
Yes,
about the historical
Yes.
property.
Yes.
so-
Yes, he seems to, and the
you'll
people
notice
who are
there-
working on it are also
Oh, exactly.
very cognizant of the importance of the building and all of that. And I think it was the word tear down that got Inspectional Services to contact me and say, you know, do you know this
It's
is
not a
happening?
demolition.
It's not,
It's
it's
just
a,
get it down,
it's a removal
move it
to
and put it
move
back
it
up. Yeah.
further onto the same property, so we're okay, but I just wanted to update you
We
all
even
on
got
that.
him to try
And I
all
don't,
the boats on the front.
I don't think we have anything else, do we?
No?
Is anybody interested in looking at these Little Lanes preservation restriction?
I'll take a look at it.
You've got one, right?
Yep.
You've got one. I've got the original over here. I don't, just in case it comes up or somebody wants to know about it. And I think that's all I've got.
All right.
So,
You
Let's
would
do a-
entertain a
yeah.
motion to adjourn?
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
I'll second
I'll
that.
second that, yeah.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, we're adjourned.
That is
Wow.
7:48.
Yeah.
Love it.